Okay, so we're going to look at Actividad 7 on page 456, página 456, Actividad 7. We won't be doing Activity 9, and so we'll look at Actividad 7 and then we'll do Exploración del lenguaje. So let's look at Actividad 7. ¿Cómo te comunicas? How do you communicate? Mira cada dibujo. Mira means to look. So look at each drawing. Mira cada dibujo or picture. Y escribe qué forma de comunicación es. So look at each picture and write down which form of communication it is. Then, luego, escribe por qué se usa esta forma de comunicación. Remember, por qué separated means why. When it's together, it means because. Then write down why this form of communication is used. Okay, so let's look at these pictures. So what would this be? Just by looking at this one, we already know that this one is cara a cara. So what would number 1 be? It would be escribir por correo electrónico. So this one right here would be escribir por correo electrónico, cara a cara. What would number 3 be? Escribir tarjetas. And then number 4, escribir cartas. So write emails, hablar cara a cara, talk face to face, escribir tarjeta, to write a card, and escribir cartas, write letters. So now that we know what each picture is, let's look at what the example says. So they give the picture here, and this picture is hablar por teléfono. And then they wrote down a sentence. Casi todos tienen teléfonos. Es fácil. Now they've given you over here these words that you can use. Efficient, eficiente, personal, which is íntimo, quick, fast, rápido, or it could be íntima or rápida. Okay, so for number 1, we have escribir por correo electrónico. And then we have to write our sentence. Casi todos tienen, just about everyone has, correo electrónico. Just about everybody has email. Es, it is, and then we can use any one of these right here. Es, I would say rápido. Okay, so right here we would write down casi todos tienen correo electrónico. Es rápido. So once you've done 2, 3, and 4, why don't you come back to this video? That way we can make sure that you've got those correctly. Okay, so for number 2, it's cara a cara. And then we could write casi todos hablan cara a cara. And here, let me write it down right here. Let's see. Casi todos. So casi todos hablan cara a cara. Okay, now for this one, it could be, I don't know which one you chose. Es, it is, but I'll choose one. Es íntimo. It's personal. Okay, and then for number 3, escribir tarjetas, right? So, casi todos, we have to conjugate the verb escribir, escriben, they write, casi todos escriben tarjetas, and then I would put es es eficiente. So I would write down right here, es eficiente. Okay, now for part 2, it says to work with a group of 5 people and ask your classmates how they communicate with other people and why. Write down your answers. So why don't we just do this, since of course we're not in the classroom. So it's asking, ¿Cómo te comunicas con otras personas? How do you communicate with other people? Then they answer, les hablo por teléfono. I talk on the phone to them. So again, we're reviewing, if you go to page 410, indirect object pronouns. And right here we have les, to them. And so remember that these always go before the verb. So, hablo, remember, it's from the infinitive hablar, and they've conjugated it to hablo. I speak or I talk on the phone. And so basically what they did here is it takes the place of a noun. So, ¿Cómo te comunicas con otras personas? How do you communicate with other people? They could have answered, I talk on the phone with other people. But instead they wrote, I talk on the phone with them or to them. Okay, so you could have written hablo por teléfono con otras personas. So we're going to take this off, and we're going to replace that with les right here, with les. So right here we're going to put les. So now let me see if I can write neater. Let me get the phone like this. So now we're going to put les hablo por teléfono. Okay, so we have just replaced our noun with les right here. Les, and it always goes before the verb. Les hablo por teléfono. I talk on the phone to them. Okay, and then it's asking why, ¿por qué? Porque casi todos tienen teléfonos y es fácil. Why? Because just about everyone has a phone and it's easy. Or because just about everyone has phones or telephones and it is easy. So remember, por qué separated means why. Por qué together means because. And if you have any questions with this, again, refer to page 410 in your book. and it explains it right there, even more in depth on how to use indirect object pronouns.